If I could go back in time, I would tell my younger self to be grateful for the things that you have going for yourself. For example, your health or the fact that you get to train, while simultaneously always striving to do better in the future. So that way, today will become your future day one, or the photo that you take today will end up being your before photo. I did not know how much weight I gained until I saw these progress photos. I did not know how much progress I made until I put these photos next to each other. And the reason why I didn't know how much progress I made is because the progress that you make on a daily basis are just these small, almost invisible changes that you can't see with your eyes, but they will add up over time if you put in the work every single day. And that leads me to this story that I want to tell you. It is something that I saw play out in front of my own eyes last weekend. I don't want to talk about other people, so I'm just going to rephrase this into something general because it taught me a very important lesson. And I want to share it with you because I think it fits with the progress that I made in the last years. You have a vision, a goal. There is something that you want to do. There is something that you want to achieve, and you ask for it. You dream about it. You envision it. And you even go as far as trying to make sure that you prepare yourself to put yourself in the right spot with the right people at the right moment, the right time. And then all of a sudden, when preparation meets luck, there is opportunity. So there is this tiny opportunity window that you see opening up just slightly, and let's make it a physical window that's actually there. You walk to it, and then on the other side of this window, you see a person who is living out your dreams. That person has exactly what you have been dreaming about, what you want to achieve, what you want to do. So what you do is you ask that person, like, hey, how do I get on the other side of this window? And then that person looks at you, and that person believes in you because you're at this opportunity window. Like, you're not there because you didn't prepare for it. You probably did. So that person is willing to give you a chance. That person tells you, you know what? There is this guard. This guard can open this window for you. Give me a second. I'm going to get the guard. A couple minutes later, this guard comes along. Guard looks at you, and the guard asks you one single question. And that question is, do you put in the daily work required to live out this dream, to be this person? If your answer to that question is no, then that is on you. Then that is something that you need to take away from this story as a lesson and make sure that you fix that before it happens again to you, because that opportunity window is now closed. Like, you cannot come in. That's it. You said no. It was not a 100% yes, a 1000% yes. You do not have the actions to match with your words, with your vision, and therefore this is not the right spot for you. It's not the right time for you. Daily effort is required in order to reach your goals. You need to make sure that you actually put action behind it. For example, if you want to achieve your dream physique, if you want to get results in the gym, if you want to live a healthier lifestyle, do you put in the actions on a daily basis that will set you up to basically walk this path? That doesn't mean that you have to go to the gym every single day. It just means that you are aware of the things that you say yes to, that you are aware of the choices that you make, and that you make sure that they are aligned with what you want to achieve. And as I said, I saw this play out in front of my own eyes. This is the lesson that I took from this evolving. And it's also the reason why I decided to pick up my camera again and to film my workouts again, because to me, if I have this goal and this vision and I don't put my actions behind it, then I'm not showing the world that I am serious about the things that I want to achieve, that I'm not showing the world that I'm ready to get there, basically. So if I am serious about it, then I also need to respect that I need to put in the effort to showcase that I'm willing to do so. That being said, it is time for us to train, to go to the gym. We have an upper body workout planned from my app, Hourglass Program. Hourglass Program has a glute focus, but we still train our upper body as well with a back and shoulder focus, because that will really help with carving out that V shape, which I'm actually very excited for because I love training my shoulders and back, mainly my back. So let's go ahead, go to the gym and show the world that we are putting in daily effort. Doesn't necessarily mean daily workouts, but daily effort to work towards our goals. A lot of people store their stress somewhere in their body. And for me personally, I tend to store my stress on my upper left shoulder blade into my trap area. Training my upper body actually helps a lot with managing this stress response, even though that might sound counterintuitive, but making sure that my upper body, that the muscles are strong. It's almost as if that helps me with taking some of that hit that the stored stress will cause. I noticed that I store my stress in that area because whenever I am very stressed, it acts up. It causes pains in that muscle. So I've actually been doing acupuncture as a way of relieving some of this stress, which helps a lot. Rest and recovery is key for your training, and I think that knowing if so, then where you store your stress in your body is such a vital tool for helping with managing your training as well. So for example, me, since I know that I store my stress in my upper body, I try to focus on not only training my upper body, but then also spend extra time with, either foam rolling or stretching those muscles in that area to almost balance the training and the stress and then the rest and recovery. I only had 45 minutes to train my upper body, so I did the hourglass workout, but I kind of messed around with it a little bit to make sure that I was able to get everything in from my workout to my cool down to my stretches in 45 minutes. But generally speaking, I alternate with my upper body workouts often between vertical pushes and vertical pulls, and then horizontal pushes and horizontal rows, which also means that if you are short on time, you can already move on to the next exercise while you're still kind of actively recovering from the previous one. Because when you're doing a vertical push, it's almost like you are doing the opposite movement of when you're doing the vertical pull. Hence, it can help with just making sure that you're actively recovering from the vertical pull whenever you're doing the vertical push. Anyways, I also try to have this balance between strength training and hypertrophy training. So what I do, or what I did with this workout, is I try to focus with the chin-ups, the unassisted chin-ups in the strength-based rep ranges. Now, there's not one rep range that is necessarily better for some goal than the other. It is a continuum. You work with ranges. So generally speaking, the lower rep ranges are more suited for strength building, and then the medium to higher rep ranges are more suited for hypertrophy. So what I did here is I did the chin-ups in the lower reps, where I did them unassistedly, and then to still get some of that hypertrophy work in for my lats, for my back, I did the pull downs in the moderate rep ranges. So usually with the hourglass program, we're not necessarily focusing on the chest for hypertrophy. As I said, it's more a shoulder focus program, but as you can see here, I was actually doing push-ups, which are more of a chest focus. That is just because I really love doing push-ups and I would love to build my strength with them. So sometimes I swap a shoulder press for a push-up. Shoulder press is more aimed towards the shoulders, obviously, but in terms of hypertrophy, I actually prefer isolation exercises for the side delts to really help with that 3D look, and then also for like working on the rear delts on the back side of your shoulder, because that just really helps with creating that 3D shape and the upper V of the hourglass. So in terms of isolation exercise for those two, I did the cable lateral raises, which I've been training for so long, and the cable lateral raise is only now starting to get easier on the first tier of the weights. You know, I don't even know how heavy that is. I think it's only like 2.5 kgs or 7.5, but then it has some of the controls. I don't really know how that works, but it's a challenge. Okay, the exercise is very challenging. And then I also did some face pull laying down for the rear delt. Talking about alternatives, I saw so many comments about it for the app. It is in the works. It takes just a lot of time because we have around 6,000 unique exercises in the app right now, and I need to manually go in and pick alternatives for every single one of them. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hopefully see you in the next one.